Hey guys, just a quick check-in here. Um, this episode can be a little bit heavy, and it seems like maybe some people won't apply. Um, but I just wanted to stop in here and say how meaningful this episode really is, specifically to me. We recorded this, and then approximately a week later, one of my best friends took his own life. And it's really hard to understand and still believe. But if you're struggling, if you have any doubt in your mind if people love you, just know the outreach is much further than you think. And any individual touches so many lives in this world. And it's really an amazing but heartbreaking thing to see how many people are affected by this specific instance in my life. So if you have any doubt of anything going on in your life, please look in the show notes. We'll have some information about places you can reach out to and things you can do. But I mean this with all my heart. You are loved more than you know. And there is more to life out there than just negativity and sadness. And hang in there if you needed to hear that. And if someone out there needs to reach out to somebody that they haven't talked to in a while, that they think might be struggling, now's the time. So get out there, go love each other. It's all we have in this life. Thank you. Rest in peace, my friend. I love you.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to this episode of Down the Rabbit Hole with the other kids. Today, we're going to be talking about mental health, troublesome times, hard things. Hopefully, it's not too heavy,
I might cry again.
and that's okay.
Yeah.
We support tears.
I'm Wyatt.
I'm Brian.
And I'm Renee.
Thank you for joining us on Down the Rabbit Hole.
Welcome in, guys.
Dive in.
Dive in, grab a chair, cerveza. Oh, can we say that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Family friendly?
I think so.
Half our demographic.
Grab whatever you want.
Won't know what
A
it
little
is.
sparkling water if you want. That's what I'm into. Marshmallow, come on over. Let's have some fun. Let's just get away from the world for a little bit.
Yes.
This one's going to be a little bit more realistic, and thank you for joining us. And I know that this is a topic that affects a lot of people. And to be honest with you, when we were talking about this topic, it brought up some controversy between the three of us.
Some emotions, I think.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For sure.
And we don't want to step on anybody's toes, and then we're just going to give you a warning. If there's anybody out there that's going through a hard time, please reach out for some help and reach out to the people around you that love you. And if this is something...
988.
Yeah.
Dial 988.
Dial 988. And if this is not your topic and you come to us to find something amusing and funny, scary and different, maybe you skip this one. Make sure you like it, though, first.
Yes.
It's still gonna be funny.
It's still...
Hey,
it's,
Of course, it's us.
It's gonna be funny. I think we're gonna talk about depression, anxiety, just hard times, like Renee was saying. We all go through it, and I know in our field, we see a lot of it in our patient
Absolutely.
care,
Oh my
and
gosh.
then we see it in our personal lives. And there's a lot of stigma about. There has been a lot of stigma over the years about talking about it, and I'm so glad that we're able to talk about it so freely and
too.
openly now.
Me too.
Yeah.
it's a different world, huh?
I know it is nice to see the transition, right? From like it
Yeah.
being taboo to now being more
Yeah.
openly accepted. It's really nice because it's needed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's important. Like, we have to have this discussion.
Yeah.
I think today we're going to go from everybody here has an issue. We're not going to belittle anybody's issue, but I think we're going to start with the least emotional / scary stuff and probably start with Mr. Enlightenment over here, and just you have anything that you've ever gone through, Wyatt?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm an open book too. People who know me, first off, I want to say like everybody's situation is different, and everybody has something in this world. Like the word trauma gets thrown around too much, I think. But we all do have some sort of trauma. Like no one escapes it, right?
Right.
For sure.
Everyone has something. You could be the richest family in the world, the poorest family in the world. No problem is weighted differently against another. Everything is unique to an individual. And I think that's what some people maybe feel down on. I don't know. Like some people are like, I can't talk about it because it's not that bad. I can't.
I know
You know?
it's so frustrating to me because people will do that. They'll like downplay what's happened to them. And I'm like, it doesn't matter if it was like this thing that you think is small.
Yeah.
And then you look at somebody else and you're like, oh my gosh, that's so much worse than what I had.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It still affects you.
It's your world, right? And especially if you're like a young child, you don't know anything better.
Right.
You're just a sponge gathering information, and what you know is what you know. And when something goes wrong, that's your entire world falling apart.
Yep.
And
Absolutely.
it doesn't matter if you're in some rich family and your parents didn't love you, or you were,
Or they were
emotionally,
absent.
physically, sexually abused by someone else. Like if you're just a child and that's all you know, it's some terrible tragedy, you know,
Yes.
to your world. And so, I mean, for me, I didn't escape it. I mean, none of us do, right?
No.
And I'll just be an open book. Are we getting that open?
Let's do it.
Are we just gonna go right? Like people just know
Dive in,
all my
man.
dirty laundry.
Rip it open, Wyatt.
Whatever you're willing to talk about.
Absolutely.
I wanna
I
hear it.
think my take is this. I'll just lay it out and then I'll talk about it after. So I had an amazing childhood, to be honest. I live in a beautiful place. I would go back and live this all again if I could.
Have you
Every
lived here
single-
your entire life?
My entire life since I was
Wow.
2. So all
That's
I
cool.
remember.
Yeah.
Had an amazing family growing up. Very present dad. Very hardworking. Amazing dad growing up. My mom, best person I know, to be honest. Like she's made
She
me
is
who I am
amazing.
today. She's literally made me who I
We
am
love
today.
you, Pam.
We love him. Yeah, absolutely. With like all my heart. I mean, I wouldn't be standing here today, who I am, how I feel, unless it was because of her.
Yeah.
For sure.
So early on, it was great. Everything was awesome. When I was probably around, I actually have a hard time kind of even remembering what time because I think my brain kind of blocked it out a lot.
Yeah.
But my dad fell into alcoholism, became a serious issue. Just ended up kind of not being present. Never abused.
Later on, like
When I was probably around like 6 to 8-ish is when he really started not showing up. And then by the time I was 10, like non-existent in my life.
whoa.
So it was weird. And I have an older brother and he went through it in a different way. And so
How much older is he?
3 years older.
Okay.
So for him, he kind of cut out and he had him and then lost him right when he wanted to become a man, I think, at that puberty age. And so he has a lot of different problems than I do. And exactly the same thing I was just talking about. Same situation, right? Or, whatever the situation is, a tragedy can be completely different to someone's world.
Right.
At that time, what he needed, he lost something that he needed. For me, I knew him as a younger kid and not really a man yet. I didn't really have that experience as an older individual. So for me, I almost feel like I didn't really have it and he lost it.
Yeah.
Different take on it. So anyway, he basically found alcoholism, started, not showing up as much. He would, my mom worked swing shifts and she basically trusted him. He would come home, check on us, make sure we were like basically okay, and then head off to the bar. And
What?
she thought he would be home. Yeah. So my
He just
brother,
left you guys alone?
yeah. And I was probably, I don't know, like I said, probably 7, 8 years old at this time, 6, 7, 8, something. No, I was probably 8 at that time. I think when I was about 6 is when he started. And then around 8 to 10 is when he really would just like not be there, like at all.
Whoa.
So I was just trying to navigate the world. And for me personally, like just who I am, highly sensitive, very empathetic. Ever since I was young, I was just always like kind of that like scared of things. I wasn't like I'm going to go out and be brave and do all that stuff on my own, get into trouble. No, I was like happy-go-lucky, very emotional, just kind of like this ball of energy.
Still are, man.
Yes, you are. Yeah.
You just described who you are today, man.
So the difference was, though, at that time, I didn't have any foundation to go off of. So when that happened to me, I felt so anxious, and there was I had really, really, really bad anxiety as a kid, like breathing issues, couldn't sleep, would consistently be up, and it was all attached to him leaving. And so I would worry about my mom getting in a car accident. That was my biggest fear when I was a kid.
Wait, It manifested like that?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I don't know.
Were
My
you afraid
brain's
of
weird.
losing her because he
I-
wasn't there, and so like that's where your brain
It was a
went?
safety issue because he was gone and he was like the provider. And so if she was gone, what did I have?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was young and my brain was thinking so far ahead to try to like play worst case scenario.
Yeah.
If she's gone, what do we do? And I remember even specifically thinking as a kid, like, oh, like my mom's friend will take us in, like, I'll learn how to cook. It'll be okay.
That
all
is
this stuff.
horrifying. As
Yeah.
a child,
That's
to
how I
have
thought.
those
That's-
thoughts,
that's
is
just
so much
genuinely what I believed.
responsibility.
I know.
Oh.
A lot of responsibility very early on.
Yeah.
And whether it's a good thing or bad thing, that's the question. I would go back and live it again. A lot of hard times. But it's made me who I am today.
Right.
And obviously, like, there's still hurt. And I can, even feel a little choking up talking about it.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't trade it. And I think that's the hard thing to think about is, like, all of the pain you can go through can shape who you are. And I honestly believe there's a plan for that. And you're not given anything you can't handle. And it's an opportunity for you to grow.
Absolutely.
So anyway, at that point in time, I just, like I said, it was more of I didn't have it. I was looking for it throughout my whole childhood. And it very much so manifested as I was never a problem child. I was the opposite. I became a perfectionist. And what I really looked for was pleasing adults and specifically like male adults. Like, looking back, I never realized I did this until I like reanalyzed. I'm like, oh, why did I do that? Like
Yeah.
any like fatherly figure, coach, teacher, friend's dad, anything, I'm like, yes, sir, whatever you want. I'm trying to fix everything, trying to be the best, get the best grades. If I got anything less than an A, it was like not enough.
That's why you put up with my shenanigans for so long.
Is exactly why.
Really?
No. Seriously though, I didn't realize it. Even people at work when I was a tech, I mean, I would be like, if some older guy would be like, hey, like I'm proud, good job, like that was a good thing you caught in there. Like my little heart would be like, yeah, like that's what I wanted. That's all I wanted. It
Big
was
heart, man.
so, and I'm so sensitive, and I realized that, and I used to be ashamed of that. To be honest, it was weird. Like I was like, why am I like this? Why can I not just like let it go or do braver things or like not care?
Do you remember the pivotal time when it changed?
There were many pivotal times. What time are you describing?
I'm asking you. Do you know like?
Oh, like in my life?
Yeah, like where you.
It's been a lot of steps. That's the thing. I wouldn't say there's one pivotal time, but I think my biggest issue was I never had ego, but it was this feeling of insufficiency. Like, I think as a man, because I never had anyone to teach me those things.
Like an example,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, I never.
It was out there. I'm going to come back to this. It was there. And this is a major point that I have that I think I'm so grateful for that I realized early on. And like I said, my mom brought me through all this stuff.
Yeah.
She taught me everything I needed to know, to be honest. Like, I wouldn't be here today without her. That bug. Sorry.
Shiny objects.
Thought it was a UFO. Anyway.
Mothman.
So she really taught me everything I needed to know, and it was a big struggle for me growing up, especially through like those like manhood years. I didn't know how to shave. Girl problems come up. Relationship advice. I didn't know who to ask, and it takes a lot of humility to ask people that you aren't that close with, because you have to like let your dirty laundry be known. Like you come up to a coach, what do I do about this? And you know that they know that. Why are you not asking your dad? And that's what was the weird thing. And so it was this weird self-conscious thing, and that's part of the reason you learn humility, right? And through all this time, learn things, and it's always gonna be with me. But I can talk about it now without crying. That's crazy. I used to not even be able to like, I wouldn't even mention his name. Like I used to want to change my name. I was worried about becoming him when I was a kid. I was worried about college when I was in like 5th grade. Like I would literally be like, oh, I can't, if I don't pass this test now, I'm not gonna make it to high school. If I don't make it to high school, I can look at college. I can't have a good job and support my family if something goes wrong. That's how my brain thought, and it was exhausting, and it was terrifying.
Yeah.
And it was this like lifelong battle to the point where I literally could always have shortness of breath. Like I went to my doctor. Like my mom,
That's
Full-blown
severe
anxiety.
she thought I had,
anxiety.
like she thought I had like a PE or something, like a pulmonary embolism, because she's like, why can't you breathe right? And it was like all the time. And I consistently
Wow.
was like, I couldn't go to sleep. It was horrible. I mean, like terrible.
So what is your brain like now?
Chill, man.
How did you get there?
A lot of practice,
Like,
and
that's
people
from
showing
one-
me
Okay.
how to handle it. And I think my number one thing that I started doing when I was very young was gratitude. And I kept a gratitude log. And I like, for me, it was like, what do you have to be grateful for? Because I would always think I would focus on things that I didn't have and all the things that were going wrong. And then I basically created this habit of every night I went to bed, I thought of 3 things I was grateful for, and I would write them down. And even on days that I couldn't like find something, I'd be like, I'm laying in a bed.
True.
Like I have a pillow for my head.
That's true.
If it was
That's
raining
amazing.
outside, I have a roof for my head, or a hot shower, or fresh water. And then something that really stuck with me when I was in high school, my coach, it was like super hot one day. We're playing football, and it was like 105, whatever it was. We're all complaining because it's so hot, and he's like, terrible practice. He called us all up, and he's like, sit down. And we're like, oh, like he's mad. Uh-oh. And he's mad. And we all take a knee, and he's like, I want you guys to just take a look at yourselves right now and like think of how you're acting. He's like, there's people in Afghanistan right now that are toting around 90-pound rucks right now with full gear on, thinking people are shooting at them and they're dehydrated and they can't keep going and they're worried about getting home to their family. He's like, you guys are out here complaining about a little heat in your football pads while you're playing a game.
Oh.
Wow.
He's like,
Dang.
readjust. He's like, go take a water break, come back and readjust. And we're like, all right.
Wow.
That stuck with me for a long time.
I bet.
And every hard time I went through, I would think like, someone has it worse. I'm okay. Like, why is it? I can't complain right now. There's always something that could be worse. And then it went from focusing on there's always something that could be worse to you have it really good right now.
Yeah.
Like what an opportunity you have right now. And when hard times came, I was shifted it from this sucks to what am I going to grow from this? I can't wait to see how I'm after this.
Yeah. I think it's so important to do that shift. It's really hard to do it because it's so easy to just go down that like path of least resistance with our brain and we just go to the negative so easily.
Absolutely.
But if you can just take a second and realize that you're doing that and then shift it and make it a positive, and the more you do it, the more it's going to be muscle memory and it's going to get easier to do it.
It's
And
habits.
it's going to completely change your life because not only are you feeling better in the moment, but I feel like you're actually changing the trajectory of your life and
You
like,
are.
you know,
reminds me-
manifesting things and all of that stuff. Like it just puts you in a different space.
It reminds me of brownie bites.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
It is. That's what brownie bites are. The reason I thought of that so much later on is from. I want to just preface this too. Everything I say is just from my own experience. I don't expect
Sure.
anyone to be like, "Oh, why? Why is tell me how to live my life?" No. This is what I did, and it really helped me in my life.
Yeah.
And like this is my experience. The brownie bites thing I actually thought of in my brain was like, you hear people say, try to look for things that are good. Have you ever heard like the look for a heart thing? That's like a thing that people do. They say look for like heart shapes throughout the day, so you're training your brain to look for something that's positive. But I always think like my brain is such a why guy. I'm a why guy. You know, why are we doing this? Why is that happening? What does this do for you? Brownie bites are I literally like thought of that as a way to find the good in things. You are giving your energy to something that's good. And when you focus on that, I don't want to spoil my pip talk, man. It's like this is like directly what my pip talk is today. I guess I can just talk about it and we'll just revisit it later.
Sure.
I truly believe that, like, there's a quote that people say. It's like we do what we do. I'll pull it out later. I don't want to pull out my phone, but it goes back to like what we believe and what we think becomes exactly what we do in the world.
Yes.
And what we do is who we are.
Yes.
So if you're
absolutely.
always thinking negatively and focusing on that, and that's where your habit is, that's what your thoughts then become. And when you think, you then say, or then you feel. What you feel, you end up saying, and then what
And
you say,
doing.
you end up doing.
Yep.
And so, like, for me, you asked how did I get here? Oh my gosh, like years and years of like surrounding yourself with good things and like listening to positive things and putting yourself in places where you can learn. And when hard times come, I really did look for the positive.
Yeah.
And it's hard.
It is hard.
And that's what sucks is you can't just show up one time and do it.
No.
And it's an everyday battle.
Over and over.
The
and
gratitude
over.
thing. Every night you go to bed, you're like, ugh.
I've seen you, man, put in the hard work for years. You know, I've known you since you were 19, 20, and you were still going through it. And I fortunately was able to be there a couple of times when you were in the thick of it, and just watching you blossom into this man you are is amazing because, like, firsthand, I remember backpacking, and we were way out there, and we were in hammocks, and our buddy Dave White and I were all out there. And
Yeah, that's what hurt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he, there might have been whiskey involved, and
Yeah, absolutely. At elevation.
at elevation
Yeah.
after being dehydrated.
Yep.
And it really hit Wyatt. It really hit him. And at this point, Wyatt, the agreement was that Dave and I Dave and I were we were having our stuff, and Wyatt was just along, and he was happy, and he was the Energizer Bunny that was hopping. And Dave and I are like, all right, we're going to have this emotional reset. Will you be our lifeguard? And he's like, yeah. Well, throughout the night, Wyatt starts drinking a little bit more, and then all of a sudden we look over, and we just watch him, and we end up being your lifeguard.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
I had a lot of stuff built up I didn't let out.
yeah, and it was beautiful. It was so hard to watch. It was hard to watch. Like one of my best friends, and this guy that doesn't show anything other than love and happiness. Yeah, and positivity. To find out, like, man, he has a lot going on and a lot of pain, and I felt honored. I felt disgusted for you. I felt
Disgusted for him, like, because of what he was dealing with.
But yeah, the fact that he had to go through it,
Yeah.
So I can tell you exactly what happened. We were sitting there, and I was really struggling because it was just Father's Day, like right before that. And I called my dad. He didn't. I left him a message. Didn't ever hear anything from him. Like I went out of this is like I was getting older. I was probably 23 at this time, and I was like, I'm gonna go turn the other cheek and try to be a good person and just outstretch love with no expectations. I had expectations, obviously, still.
Of course you do. You will always.
And I called the message and was like, I hadn't talked to him. I mean, I seriously had no relationship with this guy. Like, it's like, the only thing he is my dad. It's the only thing I really know about him. You know? Like, I don't know much else as a man. I don't interact with him. You know, I don't know who he is. I know other people. I know you more than him. I know you more than him. So I just, like let it all out there, left a message. He never called back. Didn't say anything, didn't send a text, nothing. And I just never told anybody about it, and it was, like, building up.
Yeah.
And Dave said something, and he's like, yeah, you respect him more than you respect yourself.
But it was in context, and
it was perfect. I needed to hear it, and I was like,
it wasn't.
What did you just say? Can you say that again? He's like, you respect him more than you respect yourself.
Yeah.
Like you laid yourself out there, you're giving him all this grace because I was making excuses for him. Maybe this happened, and he's like, dude, no, that's wrong. He's like, that's just wrong. You're giving him more respect than you're actually respecting your own emotion. Yeah. And I literally just I held my hand up and just walked off. And fell on my knees and was just boom, just emotional dump. It was really tough. And then that deer was right there looking at me.
I didn't know if this was the right time to bring it up, but
it was so weird.
There was this
most peaceful animal
doe, and she was kind of hanging around our camp all night, early evening, night, but she was far off. Wyatt starts he's going through it. He's bawling, you could tell he's going through it. And then he comes back to his hammock, and at one point, no more than 6 feet behind him are these bushes. And the deer is standing in the bushes eating, and every time Wyatt kind of has that soft the deer looks up and looks at him and says, "You're okay," and puts its head back down and continues.
Crazy.
And
when I was on my knees, it came up
what?
That was out of sight of our. We couldn't see you where you were.
No, I was on my knees, crying, forward, just basically hands and knees, hands and face, and I looked up, and it was from me to you, just staring at, it was it was just looking, and it was just just staring.
Didn't run off.
No,
literally stayed around all night.
Oh my gosh.
It was crazy.
It was your.
Yeah, it was really cool.
It's such a peaceful animal, but
angel
I don't know.
Hanging around you.
We can basically. This is. My whole life summed up in, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. My point is, I think my perspective is you don't always realize that people who are maybe positive or happy are going through things.
Absolutely.
And I have absolutely been on the corner, in the ring like Rocky, on the ropes, just fighting for my life and my happiness. And I think people don't realize that sometimes.
Yeah.
And I never took that as a weird thing, though. I never realized it was me until I looked back, and I'm like, whoa. Dude, you had some bad times that you didn't even realize, and, but you tried and you made it through. And like I said, if I could ever go back and do it all again, plug me right back in, and I knowingly go through all that pain.
Yeah.
Because it made me who I am today, and I think my finishing thought is I really, truly believe that pain and trials and tribulations are opportunities for us to grow. And just my own personal belief, I really believe God has a plan for us, and it's got me through all my tough times. I really don't think he's going to give you something that you can't handle. It's put there for a reason, and I think it's almost not a test, it's an opportunity. And I think that scares a lot of people sometimes because they think God's testing me, God's testing me. I don't think that's true. I think God gives you opportunities to grow. And if you don't pass, he's not going to just throw you, you fail the test, you're done. No. He's bringing you back to then, maybe I need to show you a different perspective. Maybe you need to grow a little bit different in a different way, and then I'm going to bring you back to it, and then you'll be ready. And I really truly believe that's how all things work. And I've seen it in my own life. It's like you run up against this wall and you keep running against it, and you're like, why does this keep happening to me?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no, why is this happening for me? If you switch that to like, what is this trying to show me? What am I gaining from this? And if you really analyze and you look, so much of my life, I was running into the same wall because I had to actually admit humility, that I couldn't do it on my own. That's what I was missing for so long. And it's okay to ask for help from other people. It's okay to rely on something bigger than yourself. I think our society has this idea that we have to do it all on our own.
I know. America.
You're a failure if not.
Yeah.
And it's so wrong.
Yeah, it is.
It's so beautiful and peaceful to see love being made. And man, my girlfriend called me out one time, and I have a hard time accepting help still. The perfectionist thing, it's still a thing I'm always going to battle with. And she's like, you're actually taking away the opportunity for other people to give you love and make them feel good.
Oh.
And I was like, oh.
Yes, when people have a hard time accepting help,
right.
I'm like,
I'm trying to help you.
Do you know how beautiful it is? Like,
I
how
want
do
to
you
help
feel
you.
when you
Yeah.
help somebody? Or when you give them a gift?
So good.
You feel so good, right?
So good.
And when you don't accept that from somebody else, you're taking away their joy.
Very much so.
Yeah.
And she said that to me, and I was like, oh,
She nailed it, man.
you're so right.
Yep.
And she also said something too, like trials and tribulations are just opportunities to show the world our gifts.
Oh, that's
She said that to me
interesting.
one time, and I was
that.
like, that is one of my favorite quotes I've ever
I
heard.
like that.
Because you always think it's an opportunity to get better. But man, when's the last time you asked yourself what your real gifts are?
Yeah.
That you were born with? Like, everyone's good at something.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the most amazing. I love watching people in their element.
Heck yeah.
Even if it's not something you're like used to or good at, and you're just watching them just thrive. Oh,
Right?
I love that all day long.
Yes.
And so, like, man, if you look at all these things in your life, if you put that all together, you're given opportunities to grow. It's nothing that you can't handle. You can reach out to those around you that love you and show them what your gifts are. Man.
So good.
And that's complete and utter love in general.
Yeah.
And that's the beautiful thing is, like, it's all around. And the other thing I wanted to say, too, gosh, I'm talking a long time right now. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, man.
The other thing I wanted to say, too, is, like, I always feel like I lost something. I didn't have it. Remember I told you I'd circle back to this? I feel like I didn't have a dad. Man, I was so wrong. Every moment of my life, there was some father figure in that spot, and it wasn't always what I wanted, but it was what I needed.
Yeah.
And it took humility to go out and ask for that, but it was there, every step of the way. My truck broke down. Dude, my family friend's neighbor like bought the parts, came over to my house, helped me replace it.
Aww.
I felt lost. I didn't have a vehicle. My mom didn't have money to buy me a car.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to get to work or school. I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't have, like, I'm working minimum wage. I don't have money. Like, I just can't go to school. He literally, like, caught wind of that, bought the parts himself, came over, fixed the whole thing and showed me how to do it.
Oh my
That's amazing.
gosh.
And what was I looking for that whole time, right? Dad, where are you? Like, why is
Yeah.
my dad not here? That's all I could
Yeah.
think about. Why is my dad not showing me how to do this? Why am I so frustrated?
He was right.
It wasn't him, but it was him
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
It was him.
Yeah.
He knew the whole time.
Yeah.
And part of that is asking for that love, right? Like, I
Yeah.
had to be able to accept that from someone else, and it's embarrassing, right?
In
Is
the
that not
in the
embarrassing?
moment.
In the moment, it's like, I don't have a dad that shows me. It feels embarrassing. It's the most beautiful thing.
It is.
And looking back, shout out Dave. I mean, he doesn't even know. He probably doesn't have no idea what he even did in my life.
Right. Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
Amazing.
He'll never hear this. I don't think.
Changed your life.
Yes, he is. He's going to hear every episode.
But man, I'm like, it's always there. So
He made a better man better.
he did, and I think that's the thing too that a lot of people miss is we have the opportunity. That's a gift, right? His gift was there to affect someone's life. If we all did that, isn't that loving your neighbor?
Yeah.
That's literally loving your neighbor,
Yeah.
like yourself.
So
So
good.
we all have gifts, and these trials and tribulations and opportunities allow us opportunities to show those gifts to others and spread our love. And we can ask for it when we need it. And it's not even that there's nothing wrong with that. That's how it's supposed to be.
It
Yeah.
is.
And we don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Bear yourself. Sometimes you just have to bear yourself and get what you
true.
can.
and I mean this to anyone listening. If you know who I am and you need anything, I swear on anything, I would be there. Or whatever you guys need. Like, you just come find me. Just positive words.
Within reason.
Within reason. Obviously.
I need $1 million
If you need
bro.
help, I will drop everything I'm doing and be there. And I think that's what the world needs. We all need to be like that.
I agree.
And we're here for you, brother.
I love you guys.
I love you, man.
Oh. Sorry, Double A.
All right, we're going to take a little break. I'm going to put some wood on the fire.
And we're back. How you guys feeling?
Thank you for opening up and sharing.
Yeah.
That
Absolutely. Absolutely.
was a
It's
good
hard
way
to do.
good way to start off. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
thank you for being a part of my life and changing a lot of my perspectives. Like, I'm much older than you and at a different point in my life, and I'm still learning stuff from you on a regular basis. So I really do appreciate you in our friendship. So thank you.
Yeah.
So, Renee, want to go?
Yeah. I feel like this is a super hard subject for me. And I don't know why, because it was a long time ago and I feel very healed from it. But
It's opening up wounds.
I think that's what's happening. I think it's been
Scars never go away.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've talked about so many things in my life in therapy, but I don't know if I ever talked about this specifically. Like, in one of our previous episodes, I talked about how I was molested by my stepfather for 14 years, and that is mostly what I talked about in therapy. And I had weekly therapy for 3 years, very intensive, and it changed my life. I think that if I didn't have that, my life would be a lot different right now. It got to the point where when we were talking, I was just like, I feel like I'm good. Like, I don't have anything else to talk about. Like, I felt graduated from therapy, which was amazing, right? But I never talked about this. So maybe that's why it's really difficult. But I was starting junior college, and I hadn't gone through therapy yet. That was maybe 2 years after this point in my life. And I had the worst self-talk, like negative self-talk, all the time in my head. I'd be like, you're such a piece of crap. Like, you don't know what you're doing. You're a failure. What are you doing with your life? And just having that on replay constantly, it just puts you into this, I don't know, lower frequency.
I've been there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah.
And I met this guy in school, and he was a jocks, like, baseball player dude. And I thought everything was good at first. We weren't together very long, maybe 6 months. But I was working at 24 Hour Fitness, and it was Christmas time. And we were getting pretty close. And for Christmas, he bought me diet pills. And
Diet pills?
diet pills. I don't think I was more
Who
than like,
is this guy? Are you serious?
yeah,
Renee, that's horrible.
I know. It was pretty devistating.
Oh
and
my
like,
gosh.
I don't think I was more than 105 pounds back then.
I don't
Yeah.
see you ever being more than
I'm
like
not meaning to
120.
laugh, but like, what in
I
the
know.
world?
It's insane. But as you know, you're like 18
Yeah,
years old, 19 years
you're
old.
absorbing.
And you're just like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, like I am horrible. I'm like this
If he thinks that-
disgusting person.
You
If
should have
he
bought him
thinks-
like some petite condoms or something. Like, jeez. Like, thanks, bud.
I love
That's
like all
horrible.
of the comebacks that this guy has. Like it's amazing. I'm like, why can't I think of that in the moment?
Jesus. Like, what a
Yeah.
D.
So all of the negative self-talk, and then all of the, okay. I wish I had some women on this little platform right now to talk to who have been in my shoes.
I'll Buffalo Bill it.
What? Stop it! Do not.
No, okay, sorry.
Don't say it. Don't say it.
We
Get it.
We can't say it, but I would me.
Oh man.
that's so horrible.
Hard.
So if I'm sure there's people out there that are listening that understand what I'm talking about, but when you've gone through any kind of sexual trauma, you just feel so, there's just like this immense insecurity. You're searching for love in all of the wrong ways. Like for me, sexual attention was how I received love from the time I was a little kid, right? And so that's what your brain is taught. And so what did I do after my mom found out and kicked him out immediately, and like it was gone? I was searching for it because I didn't have it. So I felt like this hole in my heart and I was empty. But I'm out there like looking for it, and so I'm dressing provocatively, like having sexual behavior, all of these things that were not giving me what I truly needed, but what I thought I needed because of how I was programmed. And so I had all of that going on, and then this douchebag guy who's giving me diet pills, making me feel even shittier about myself. And I remember sitting in the kitchen of this apartment that I had rented, and I had a knife in my hand, and the negative self-talk was so intense, and I was just like, tears were just streaming down my face, and I just kept like raking that knife into my wrist.
Oh my god.
And it was,
Oh, it gave me chills.
it was like, it just felt like it would be easier if I wasn't here. You know, like the world would be better if I wasn't in it. And
So not true, but I understand.
yeah. And it's horrifying now because that's not true. I know that's not true. And to see all of the beautiful things I've experienced in life since, it is really hard to imagine if I did end it. Not only would I lose out on all of this that I've had, but like thinking about my mom, my family members, all of the people who would miss me and be like devastated that something happened and I was gone. And so I had like this wound on my wrist. I like couldn't go any deeper. It just was like a really sad and like devastating moment. But I had work the next day, and my boss at the gym saw it, and I just want to give props to her. She'll probably never see this. Her name was Fontaine.
Yeah, sure.
And she it was immediate. She was like locked onto me, saw it, and was like, what is going on with you? This is not okay. We're talking right now. Like, tell me everything. And I was so embarrassed.
Embarrassing. I understand.
Yes, I was so embarrassed, and I was just like, no, like, don't look at me. Like, I wanted to hide, because it's not something that you're parading around. It's like such an internal, deep thing that's going on with you, and you just don't show it to anybody. And so she sat down and talked with me, and I feel like she was like one of my saving graces. Like, she just pulled me out of it, talked some sense into me, and was like, this dude needs to be out of your life, like absolutely immediately. So that happened pretty quick. And I don't think that this negative self-talk really changed until after therapy. And I'm so grateful to my therapist, Meredith Duncan, PhD in LA. I don't know if she's still practicing, but that woman changed my life. So my stepdad was more than just sexually abusive. He was very emotionally abusive. I remember we had a couple flights of stairs to go up to the top, like, floor of our house. And, you know, we would have chores, like we were doing yard work, and I was told to like go get drinks for everybody. So I don't know how old I was, maybe, I don't know, 10, 11. I go upstairs, get drinks. I'm walking down all of these flights of stairs with all of these drinks, and I slipped and dropped them, and they spilled. And I started freaking out, bawling my eyes out, so scared that I was going to get in trouble. And my mom was like...
Verbally or physically? Would he hit you?
He wouldn't hit me, but he would like go in my room and just like swipe all of the stuff off my dresser, break everything. Yeah.
What
I remember
Still,
one time...
Extremely.
Yeah, he would... he was really upset with me because he told me to clean my room, but when you're a kid, you don't You don't always know what that means exactly. Like, you don't know what your parent is thinking, right? So I'm like, oh, clean my room. And I don't know what I did, but it wasn't good enough, or it wasn't exactly what he wanted. And so he started screaming at me and pushed me down on the ground. And I was like laying on my back on the ground, and he was over the top of me in a push-up position, just like screaming in my face. And I peed my pants because I was so scared.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
So
How old were you?
I don't know. That was probably, I don't know, 8, maybe 8. I don't know. Young, you know.
That's terrible.
So therapy was incredible because all of that emotional baggage that he gave me, I wasn't able to like speak my mind. I still have a hard time like saying how I truly feel, what I want. And it's from that. It's from another example. We used to have family meetings. And so he would be like, oh, everyone, let's come together. And like, we'll talk about all the things that need to be fixed in our household, whatever. So he would tell us what we were doing wrong. And then he would be like, okay, like if you guys ever have anything for me, just let me know. And so when we got a little bit older, we were like, well, yeah, there's something, you know, like you do this and you do that. It did not go over well. That was not a good idea. Very passive aggressive. We paid for having that input. And so it was like,
It's exhausting.
yeah, it was awful, like just the emotional abuse. And so you end up not talking and not saying how you truly feel, because if you did, you would get punished for it.
Yeah.
And so you just learn, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to make everything okay. Everything's always going to be okay. Everything's going to be good. I'm not going to ruffle any feathers. I'm not going to make any waves. Like everything's just going to be good. And so being in therapy and talking about all of that stuff that happened and going over it, just talking about it in itself, I think is beneficial and healing. But then there was also like specific things that she had me do that really helped. So like one of the things she did, and it feels so dumb when you're doing it, you're just like, am I really doing this right now? It's so stupid, but it was so good. So she would have me give, like, okay, you think about like this light inside of you, and I'm going to give him back what he took from me. So my innocence, my safety, my self-respect. Like, so I'm going to like imagine that as a light inside of me. I'm going to give that back to him. And then I'm going to take back things like love and, like he can have the hate. He can have the
Negative self-talk.
Fear.
the fear, all of that.
Fear.
And I'm going to pull back the love and push it deep inside of me. And like, you can just like feel the light and the love going back inside of your body. And just that exercise alone was so huge. Just doing that, you know, I would even do it at home sometimes when I would feel really crappy about myself. And slowly it started changing. And I noticed like, wow, like I'm not having that negative self-talk anymore. I haven't had negative self-talk in years. Like it's probably been 15 years. Yes.
That's amazing.
It's
incredible.
amazing. And I really like that was like probably the biggest thing that we did, like the like tool wise that we did that was like life altering in that way.
Can I ask a strange question?
Of course.
Do you feel your life is better now knowing how terrible it could be and knowing how good you have it?
Yeah. Like I can see a different path that I could have gone down. Is that what you mean?
Like, I guess I'm asking, would you do it again?
Absolutely. And when you were saying that, I was like completely on board.
All the hurt, all the pain,
All
all
of
that,
it.
because
All of it, because it's made me
I'm
who
just
I
being
am.
honest. If I was to like compare, like what you've been through is much more than I've been.
Stop.
I know that's.
It's
I just
not
said
a
like
clue.
No.
Don't do that.
No.
That's
But, like,
where we
It doesn't
started.
it
matter.
like shocks me to think that someone could do that to like a child.
Yeah, I know.
And
I could never. I know.
The three of us sitting here are very blessed and have led very blessed lives. No matter how scarred we are and what incidences we've gone through, there's always worse. Don't belittle what you've gone through.
No.
I'm
because-
not
because at the end of
belittling
the-
it. I'm saying, but that's like to say that you would relive that's insane. Like 14 years is a long time.
Yeah. But it's made me who I am.
I know.
I've learned so much
and
from
you
it.
love who you are.
I do.
I love who you are too.
Thank you. And it's I absolutely wouldn't go back. And it's hard to admit that. But when you
Does that light do that?
My mom told me it was flickering earlier too. She texted me and said, "I don't know what you guys are talking about, but it's flickering."
What is going? Okay, so sorry to interrupt.
He was doing that earlier.
Why
See,
is
before
It
we
just
started,
stopped. It just stopped.
Before we started.
It just stopped.
It just stopped.
She said before we started, she texted
Has that
me,
ever
said,
happened?
No.
What's up with your house talking to us? Last time it was the
Is this
door.
like, wait, hold on. Is this Monster House? Is this like on Halloween? Is it gonna like start eating us and
Seriously.
stuff? You know what I'm talking about?
Because I'm listening to her, and all of a sudden Morse code comes on over here.
What did it say?
You don't
say I
speak
love
Morse
you?
code.
Did God just say I love you?
I know SOS, and that's about it. But that was crazy. Like he has a porch light on the porch, and it keeps flickering on and
That's
off.
super crazy.
And I've been here. This is what our fourth or fifth time here at night. Fourth time.
I don't know if I've ever replaced that light.
I've never seen that. Okay, skeptic. You have more.
Listen, I'm being honest. I don't know. I think it's a Dawn to Dusk bulb, and I don't think I've ever replaced it. I know that one. I think we just replaced that one.
Maybe it's time to replace that one because it's talking to you.
It's just
So you just said something that like or made me remember something I want to talk about. God was saying like hi or I love you or whatever. So I moved to LA like 2 years after graduating, maybe a year after graduating high school. I think it was a year. I think I had done 2 semesters at junior college. Moved to LA, and that's when I met my therapist. I was dating a guy who was Christian, amazing dude. And he lived up in Northern California too. So like we would take car rides up and down to visit our family. So we'd drive up and visit our family. So we were on our way down to LA from Northern California. And there's periods of time when you're on the long highway, right?
Absolutely.
Where there's like no radio reception. This was before, like, this was back in
Spotify.
2004.
Yeah, I remember that time too.
Yeah.
In
So,
a car seat.
are you sure you remember how old were you, Wyatt?
Booster seat.
Yeah, dude, I had a seatbelt on. Yeah.
So there was like static right on the radio, and there was static for a long time, and then and I was struggling with who I was, what I was doing in life. I still felt like I was not where I needed to be. I was doing things that I shouldn't have been doing, that I knew I shouldn't have been doing, that I was doing anyway because of all of the trauma that I had. And I was struggling with whether God was real, if there was purpose to my life. And so there's static. And, you flip through and you're trying to find something and nothing. And so you just leave it. And all of a sudden, and we had been talking about God too, me and him. And all of a sudden we hear, "Hey, Renee." And I was like,
No way.
what just happened? I'm sorry.
No, you didn't.
Yes. I was like, what just happened?
I don't even know what song this would be.
I was like,
No.
I've never heard
I've
your
never
name
heard-
Renee in a song, I don't think.
yeah. And I was like,
Hey, Renee.
yes. And I was like, did that just happen? And it said, "How are you doing today?" And I was like, what the
I
hell?
got the chills just now.
And then it said,
Woo!
there's more to the song, but it said the point of it is Jesus loves you, Renee.
The song.
The song says,
Have you ever found this song since?
yes.
Come on.
Have you ever found this song since?
amazing.
I know. I found it. I found it.
I swear.
I bought it, or I forget, downloaded it. I think I downloaded it at the time. And I'm probably going to say this wrong, but I want to say it was Chris Kerpane. And the whole song goes into
Jamie. Just kidding.
Double A.
Can you,
goes into you always put a smile on your face, but what is it like to walk in your shoes? And it was hitting home so hard. And
can I ask, the first words you heard said, "Hey, Renee,
Yeah.
How are you?
how are you?"
Okay, this is so.
I swear, dude,
Past episode.
God is real. I swear, you can't argue. I swear.
I know.
Through music though, because the last episode.
Let It Be by the
Let It Be.
Beatles.
Yes.
Yeah, this is.
And that song is like literally about Mother Mary.
First note.
Yeah,
And it's
at
the
the
be-
exact same time that I needed to hear it, and
Yep.
and that's exactly what I described.
And it was
I don't know.
in static. There was like we could not get anything on the radio, and then all of a sudden that song comes in
He's
so
so
clearly. It was incredible,
That's so cool.
incredible. And I
I've
was
never
just
heard
like-
that from you before. That's so cool.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
amazing.
And that's stuff that I'm telling you can't take away from your like. I swear, I've had the same. You just know. Like I
Yeah.
just know. I've had things like that happen to me where I'm like, I just know. There's
I
no
just
way.
know too.
You just know.
Absolutely.
And you could argue about anything in history or whatever you want to. It's like, dude, like for me, what I know, like that happened to me. Like I know.
Yeah.
He's there. He got me.
Yeah.
You know.
And I don't like it's hard for me because I've gone through, a lot. Like I remember listening to lectures on tape about different religions because I've just been so fascinated by all of the different beliefs out there. And I think what I truly believe is that there is source. I think that what we as humans do is like personify him, like make him into more of a human. I don't know if that's the right word, but make him more into human.
Personify, that's exactly the right
like
word.
I just truly believe that there is a higher power. I think that we're on this planet to learn and to grow and to take that with us. And all of the negative things that happen to us, we agree to. I think we agree to our life before we even come here.
I really want to get into depth with this.
That's gotta be a separate.
This is a separate episode.
That's a rabbit hole.
That,
We're like,
that is its own rabbit hole, and I think we
Go back.
we might have a special guest for that one.
Okay.
So
Then I'll hold it. But I
yeah.
truly believe that
that's an interesting thought. I've heard that before too.
yeah.
we agree, we
Like a
come
soul
here.
contract or whatever.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And we go through all of these hard things. So like when you're having these horrible
Oh, I can't wait to
thoughts.
talk about all that. It's gonna be good.
Let's get through the dark stuff, and then we'll get to back.
Do we have? Yeah.
Yes,
okay. We got
do.
to.
Yes,
I
We
know.
don't have to.
Yes.
We have to.
No, we do.
And that's it, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for coming.
I don't have to tell you nothing. These two.
Do you have anything else to add, Renee? Though I mean, is that just a part? Like that was just a different part of your story, or?
Yeah, it just came to my mind because it was another thing
That's
that
a
just like
beautiful part of
really
the story.
brought me
Can I
back to self-love.
Can I ask what do you think has been the most important thing for you to go to where you were to where you are now?
Therapy. 1,000% therapy. So I don't care if it's just a friend who can listen to you, like reiterate the things that have happened to you. Because I studied it. Like, why is therapy so impactful? And it seems to be that it's just regurgitating the things that happened is incredibly healing. So even if you can just find a really close friend or a stranger, go sit on, somebody will listen to you.
I'll listen.
And just talk. Find Wyatt.
Find me.
He'll listen
I'll
to
listen.
you. But like, that's huge. But then also, and there's so many resources now. You can probably go on YouTube and find resources. You can go on ChatGPT and it'll be your therapist.
Do you think that's?
Slippery slope. Another episode.
I was gonna say, you think that's okay?
But like, there are resources out there, and just finding tools. So that one thing where I would give him back all the negative crap and like take all the positive things back that he took from me and give them back to myself. That was huge. Another thing that she taught me to do, which is a little more controversial, but it was very enlightening, was in your mind's eye, you kill the person who traumatized you. And it is very therapeutic because you are like taking your power back. But it was a thing I did with my therapist, and it was really helpful. So
Sounds a little
there's
scary.
That wouldn't work for me.
there
Here,
are I know
like, are
Brian
you
would take it to
Are you imagining murdering?
No, that wouldn't work for me.
why
I don't know if I like that.
It'd be
Renee.
self-defeating.
why
I think that's
It'd be
focusing the
me.
wrong energy.
no okay if you have that much hate and anger and like trauma, you're never gonna do it. You're never gonna do it. It's fantasy, but it's a way to get all of the anger and hate out so it's not in you anymore and deep and pushed down. It's therapeutic, cathartic. You would you would never do it.
Yeah.
It's just an exercise.
But like I was saying, if I were to do it, it'd be suicide. It wouldn't be homicide. And that's the problem.
Sad.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if that exercise applies to everybody. I don't know.
It probably doesn't. Maybe it was very tailored
For
to
you,
me, like
yeah.
for me from
Yeah,
her.
for sure.
But
'Cause
tell
that
me,
does sound like a
I'm
scary
glad it
thought.
worked for you.
tell me more about what you're talking about.
Guess it's time to go down my rabbit hole.
Let's just jump in your hole, bro.
Can we fit? Do you think we can both fit at the same time?
I'm a
Wyatt?
big guy. It should work. No, just listening to you and like you saying, in your mind's eye, you would kill the problem, the source.
Yeah.
The negative talk you were talking about. I've lived with negative talk. I live with negative talk.
You still do, I
You
know.
say 15 minutes, or you say 15 years. I would say 15 minutes, but I just had one right now, so 15 seconds. It's definitely not a pity me thing. I definitely cover it up to where most people don't ever see it. I don't like people knowing this, but like mine would be me, and I can go all the way back to the beginning and kind of go over why. But wow,
Go back to the beginning, man.
like how far back?
Nothing but time. Where it started.
Well, if we want to start from the moment of conception, there's this thing I tell my mom every year on.
You know, I don't like that you say that. I don't like that you say this.
I
don't like
love it. It's hilarious.
I don't like that
every
you say
year
this.
on my birthday, I tell my mom the same thing.
I think it's not funny 'cause I think you mean it.
Wyatt,
I do.
you're
don't
too
like
sweet
that.
for me.
Every year on my birthday, I tell my mom I'm the load she should have swallowed.
Are we cutting that?
No. Like that's
Oh my gosh,
I guess
Brian.
I guess that's the point of origin. Like that would have been like the original suicide. Past
That would be
tonsils.
the original suicide.
Brian, you're here for a reason, man.
Actually, it wouldn't be suicide.
That's
but-
why I don't like that. I think it downplays the fact that you're loved and you're here for a reason.
I know.
Like I know it's funny, but it's not funny.
So
She
this,
didn't swallow though.
but here's the thing. This is what
So
I
it's
do. This
good
is what I
story.
deal with, and this is a negative talk that I have, and I appreciate your love.
I know.
But you have to realize this is where I live, and it's a darker place, and this is part of the episode where if you're having a hard time, seek help, find counseling, and tune out because
Yeah.
yeah. So in all honesty, we've talked about you and your sexual assault, your essay from childhood. I had an experience. I was very, very, very young. I have vivid but very quick memories. My mom had a daycare, and I just remember an older woman holding me down and exploring me. And I don't know
What?
I don't know if it was one of the, like a babysitter. I don't know if it was one of the older kids. I can't put a face to the name, but I remember early on being sexually or introduced to sexual experience. And the difference between boys and girls, and boys absolutely can be assaulted.
Yeah.
But our minds work different. Not all of ours. My mind worked different, and it opened up a immediate doorway to sexuality for me. That
It does with everybody.
Okay.
Like a child should not be exposed at that age.
No.
And then once you are, it's like the doors are open. There's no closing them. And it's so frustrating to me because people don't realize that when you do that, you change their life
the
forever.
problem is it's cyclical. It continues.
And it's cyclical, but it changes everything. It's not just this one act that it happens and then it goes away. It's forever
Yeah.
in so many different aspects
It's a
of your life.
scar.
Yes,
This is a scar.
through your
It's not going
core.
away.
So I was young. My mom had a daycare, and then I knew what it was, and I didn't know how it worked. I didn't know anything about sexuality. I just knew that you could play doctor, you could play house, you can do a lot of things and find out a lot about somebody. And I started playing doctor with all the kids in mutual age, and my sexual curiosity was always very, very high. But it also then puts a drain on you. We've talked about it before with porn. If your dopamine's always drawn to that, needing it, like you start to tank, and then you need more of it, and more of it, and more of it.
Dope sick.
Dope sick. Like even for a long time, I was like through my life, there's been times I've struggled with porn, or when I was younger,
Promiscuity?
yeah, that's the word. Promiscuity. All right. And it really traumatized me early on. I had a good home. I had a great home. I had a dad that worked very hard. He was, in the fire service. He was a great role model. He did all the manly things that you would ever want. I had a mom that was the homemaker that would fold your clothes and make your bed and tuck your sheets, and your clothes would be folded on your bed.
Lucky.
And your responsibility was to put them away. And as a kid, that was too much for me most days.
Of course it was.
You went to Hot Topic, bro.
This is before Hot Topic. This is
Did she fold up your Hot Topic shirts?
This
and
is
put 'em
baby
on
Hot
the bed?
Topic. This is Baby Gap. This is baby Hot Topic. No, this is when I was really young, and from the outside, it was great. And watching it from, an adult, it wasn't good. My mom and dad had major marital issues, and it came to a point where my dad picked up the family, and we moved pretty far away from like all my grandmas and cousins and aunts and uncles and stuff like that. And we moved from a little town of Roseville to out in the woods, Grass Valley.
Why did he do that?
Fresh start.
He noticed in you?
No,
it
it wasn't in me. It was in their marriage.
Oh,
and like he uprooted my sister and I
see.
kind of went further away from everybody from the family unit. And we had less resources up there. Great life. I continued having a great life. My mom had a daycare. My sexual curiosity continued. I kept, not always making the best choices. One time, me and one of the daycare kids, girls, we went on a hike, and we followed the creek bed, and we were like 3-4 miles from our house. I was like 7. She was like 6.
That's heck of far.
Yeah, we were way out there. We got so far out there that I was lost, and she asked to go back, and me being scared, I didn't want her to know that I was scared, and I said, no, we're not going to go back. We're not going to go back. Eventually, the grace of God, the grace of, higher spirit, found our way back. But by then it was a couple hours later, and my mom had called her dad. Her dad was a sheriff.
Oh gosh, I was just thinking,
I
were
know.
they freaking out that
Absolutely.
you guys weren't there?
My dad was called at work. It escalated very quick, and that became an incident because she was scared, I was scared, but she told them that I said, no, we can't go back. And I ended up getting extremely punished for that. So my dad is not an abusive man. There was always good reason. I always gave him good reason. So it always happened. I got punished. There was options for belts, pick your own belt kind of thing, get your welts.
I hated that.
Yeah.
What's your punishment going to be? You get to pick.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
This one was a little bit different. This one is actually where and I've talked to my dad about it, and I've talked to people about it since then, and but it was a very pivotal point in my life where it broke my psyche. And
It does.
Wait,
Okay.
why?
So my dad had me get in the truck and started driving, and him and I to this day debate on the details. And in his eye, he dropped me off in a neighborhood in the middle of the day. And my very, very, very vivid memory was it was dusk. It was down a not dirt road, but a very rural road.
Yeah.
And he told me to get out of the car. And he told me to go sit on a rock. And he drove away. And his story,
It's abandonment.
which
Yeah.
To a kid?
which
1000%.
I-
We all do the best we can.
I was
no
7.
shade, but
I was 7. So his side is
7?
yeah. His side.
That's 2 years older than my son right now. There's no way.
Yeah. So he drove off. He said it was 100 yards, turned around, and then sat there. I remember him taking off and watching the taillights go, and then
Feeling alone.
it being dark and having no the lights more light than now, but less like fading light. That's how I remember it. Him and I beg to differ.
Well, you don't know what was going on in his brain. For you,
So
he was gone. For him, he's like, oh, I'm just going to drive up here and stop, and he'll be fine.
in my eyes, it was 30 minutes. He says it was 5.
Probably felt like
It
30.
doesn't matter.
We'll meet,
Because you're a kid.
we'll meet
Does it
somewhere
really
in the middle.
matter though?
I know.
So
Sad.
what I can remember, which was that influenced my life, was it was dusk. It was a half hour. My dad drove away, and I didn't know he was coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He came back. I'd have taken 10 of the ass whippings versus
Absolutely.
that. Like
That will
the
break you
welts.
down.
The welts were fine. This one actually got me. From that day on, there was something in me that changed. There's another incident where me and a buddy were playing with matches, and my dad's a firefighter, so very strict. And we started a little grass fire. My dad lost his goat on that one, and his punishment that time was more psychological. I was 8. I was no older than 8. I had to go to a burn education class.
Oh, no, at the burn camp.
No, like a burn education class where you sit down and you watch like burn victims and like scarring.
Oh my gosh.
And like if you remember Red Asphalt,
Yeah.
like as a high schooler and that being graphic, this was twice as bad, and I was 8. Like you're watching kids like intubated with like complete skin grafts and stuff like that.
Can I ask? Were you were just playing with matches?
We started a fire. Like yes, we were just
But
playing with yes.
You're exploring, right? Isn't that what 8-year-olds do?
Yeah, but like as a parent, you're scared, right? Like just to give another
And
perspective, you're scared that your kid is going to do something and create like
Sure.
and end up like one of these kids on the video, right?
Then I also had a pattern of
Doing things wrong.
pushing
Yeah,
like
pushing the limit. Yeah.
I don't think I was pushing the limit. I just didn't know where the boundaries were. I wasn't a bad kid.
But that's what kids are supposed to do. Find
Exactly.
the boundary.
Yeah, I didn't find it. I didn't color inside the line. I didn't color on
many syllables?
my crayon ended up on the table.
Aww.
But so at that point, I started becoming more mentally introverted. Still, like, I was still a happy-go-lucky kid, but I started having that self-doubt, and then I suffer from multiple
Personality disorder. I'm just kidding.
disabilities. I was trying to find a better word than disabilities. I have ADHD.
Challenges?
Challenges, yeah. I have ADHD. I have dyslexia. I'm just weird. And
I love
Topic
weird.
guy.
yeah, and
We're all weird, man.
Yes.
but as a kid, it was hard because I
Yeah.
had special classes and IEPs and riding the bus. I was a big kid. I'm 6'5", 245 right now. But as a kid, I was a head taller than everybody else, and I was like not a beanpole. I was kind of had some weight to me. Not heavy by any means, just built
You were a
like,
big kid.
built like a brick house. Yeah.
Mhm.
But I was a lover, not a fighter. Like so they used to call me Baby Huey on the bus, which
What's Huey from?
before your time, Baby Huey was a cartoon of this giant chicken that was with all these other chickens, and he was slow, and he was just big and goofy and dumb, and always getting in trouble, and
Brian.
always getting picked on. So they would call me Baby Huey, and they would beat the crap out of me.
Oh my
sad.
gosh.
Like I'd get off the bus and we are walking home. Like they would push me into the blackberry bushes.
That was horrific.
My step grandfather, my grandmother's husband, gave me it wasn't a Rolex. It was the timepiece was not on it, but it was the chain, the wristband, and he turned it into a bracelet. But it was an actual Rolex wristband, and the timepiece was broken, so he made me this bracelet, and I wore it to school. I got jumped for it. Yeah, so I just was picked on quite a bit for multiple reasons, and that really just started knocking me down a little bit more and more. So fast forward, my parents got separated I was like 14 years old, 13 years old. Actually, I was 13 years old. And right in a very important part of my life where, I'm going through puberty, going through changes. And at that point, my life kind of fell apart. My mom didn't know how to handle it, turned to alcohol. I remember I was actually probably 12 at this point, 12, 13 years old. I remember her coming home from the bar and having to be carried up the stairs and puking on the stairs, like coming up the stairs and being put in the bathtub and being like,
my gosh.
I'm 12, 13, and she's butt naked in the bathtub and I'm having to walk, make sure she doesn't drown. This is early on. And then, yeah, just my life turned, the clothes on my bed stopped getting folded. There stopped being one unified house. It was two different homes. My dad still lived in a very type A militaresque house that was clean and everything had its place. And he got remarried and had a new family within 18 months. It was very quick. And then my mom hopped from nice guy but deadbeat to abusive guys to just assholes, like just the bottom of the barrel, and stayed in the bar. It got to a point, so it got so bad that when I would stay at my mom's house, all my buddies would come up that we talked about in the last episode, a couple episodes ago, and she would buy us a bottle of Kessler and a 24 pack of Mickey hand grenades and leave us and go to the bar. And
What the heck?
yeah, and we're 14, 15.
Yeah.
So it was a rough part of my life. I ended up getting in some trouble. I got suspended from school at one point.
For what? Fighting?
No, I wasn't a fighter. I had a tin of Altoids that I kept a joint in.
Oh.
And the joint was gone, but there was somebody that was more special than my specialness, and I gave him an Altoid, and he then became high from the Altoid because
So dumb.
yeah, and he got caught, and he turned me in, and I had the Altoid container, and it had all kinds of resin on the bottom of it.
That's a heavy Altoid, man.
Yeah.
That's some fresh breath, baby.
Placebo effect is real.
Yeah, but I got busted because I had paraphernalia on me.
Oh.
So I got suspended for that. And then I actually, continuing down the whole sexual curiosity thing, I continued being very promiscuous.
Nice.
And
Nailed it.
thank you. And curious, and me and a neighbor girl, we're young, we're 13 years old at the time. I was 13. Was exploring. Well, it became an issue to where, like, her parents found out and were like upset, but not. I didn't have an issue. Like, didn't want to further it. My dad, being the type A he was, called the county to teach me a lesson. Well, the county got a hold of it, and I ended up spending some time in juvie, and yeah, and that is kind of where, like, it got really dark for me.
How did you feel knowing that was your dad that did that?
It's probably put me on the it put me on a straighter path.
Like knowing now? How did you feel then? Or did you
Ask
did you
me
know
the
that?
question.
What?
Ask me the question. You've asked yourself and you asked her.
Would you go back and do it all again?
I think I would. Like,
Yeah.
I signed up for it. I
Yeah.
signed up for it. Yeah. So before they came to take me for my summer vacation.
I can't imagine that, being taken by the police as a kid.
I actually stole my mom's shotgun. and she didn't lock it up. Like, it was locked, but it was never locked. And
Yeah.
she was not very attentive anyways. I stole her shotgun and I laid it in my bed. And when they came and found us, or came to get me for, to go, they found it in my bed and they asked me what I was doing. And I was going to blow my head off. I was going to remove myself from the situation.
13 or 14?
Yeah. I don't know why I didn't do it. I slept on it for actually quite a few nights. It was there. It wasn't a call for help. Like, I was going to remove myself because at that point I was like, man, my life, like, everything I know is falling around me. I don't have a stable home. Like, I don't know what's going to further my life, like what the rest of my life's going to look like.
And it's so devastating in the moment, right? Like, there's like no other solution.
Well, and that's your world too, right? That's all you know.
Yeah.
You can't think ahead that far.
Right.
Yeah. So I go away to summer camp. And actually, no. When that happened, I ended up going to Sutter Center for Psychiatry, which is a psychiatric hospital. I spent 2 weeks there, and they evaluated me. And at that point, I had been cutting, but it was below, like, where people couldn't see. And they asked me, like, were you trying to hurt yourself when you were cutting? And my answer was no. I didn't know how to express how I felt, so I needed to feel something. And I know that sounds super tacky, but
No,
like,
That's the truth, right?
yeah, like, my 13-year-old brain couldn't process it, so just to feel something was better than nothing. Now in high school, meet up with Kyle and the boys, and we are not good kids. We go to Hot Topic.
I need a T-shirt that just says, "I run with Kyle and the boys."
Kyle and the boys at Hot Topic.
I run with them.
And one night, and he has a story, and I don't know if he'll ever come on here. I asked him for permission. He granted it, but it's his own story. But his dad actually killed himself.
Oh my gosh.
And he found the evidence.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So he also, so he lived a very hard life too. Not too, period. And one night, we're at my mom's house, bottle of Kessler, some beers, and we're drinking hard. And he has this girlfriend, and I'm 15. I'm like 14, turned 15. And he's like, hey, my girlfriend likes you too. And I was like, yeah? And he said, would you be with her? And I was like, yeah, I'm 15. Like, I lost my virginity when I was 14. Like, I was like, sure. Well, me and this young lady are together. He says he's fine with it. Come to find out, he has now, like, abandonment issues and a whole bunch of red flags. I'm passed out drunk on the couch. He carves his name with a razor blade into my forearm.
What?
Like, deep enough to where I needed dozens and dozens of stitches and didn't get them.
Oh.
Yeah, I still have the scar today.
So he wasn't okay with it.
Yeah, he carved Kyle to my arm right here, and then he carved my name into his arm. Yeah.
That is
Wait.
wild.
Whoa, dude, that's crazy.
Yeah, and like, I was past. I was done, and everybody's
Yeah,
like,
you were blacked
I
out.
was blacked out. Yeah, so I wake up and there's a center console on the couch and it's wood, and I go to wake up and I'm stuck.
It's
It's
stuck.
stuck.
From blood?
Coagulated,
It's,
yeah.
yeah, it's stuck. It's. What the? Sorry.
Oh, cut that.
Double A will take care. Hopefully we're far enough into the episode. It was very, very dark at that point. I then struggled with even more depression. Shortly after that, I struggled with obesity. I've been very heavy. 340 is the biggest I've been up to. So self-image, self-hate, self-loathing is just always there. I struggle with it still today. After my early 20s, I got a good handle on all the negative, bad stuff. I got out of the households. Actually ran away at one point. / got kicked out.
Me too.
And like lived out of my car and on couches and out of dumpsters. And we've talked about it before, but we work in the medical field, and I have a really big passion for homeless people because I always tell them, like, I was probably less than 2 weeks away from being them. I'm just glad there wasn't fentanyl back then, because like I don't think I would have gotten out.
You.
Yeah.
What do you mean dumpster? Did you seriously eat out of a dumpster? No.
Yeah. So
Dude, when you're like, wait, we're at 18, you don't have any money. What are you gonna do?
I was a little younger than that, but yeah.
Find a burger,
So no,
Soup kitchen?
no, there
Just go outside and
were
buy one.
grocery
Mission State
stores.
restaurant?
So the grocery stores would have stuff that expired, and you would find out what day the expiration checks were, and they literally just threw them out on pallets or in the dumpsters behind
Are
the
you
store.
serious?
And like,
So
yeah,
it's like stuff you would buy at the grocery store, just like chilling.
yeah, but expired. So some of it, like,
Best Buy.
I don't think that the expiration date matters too much. But
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sure there's
it'd
other-
still be it'd still be packaged.
It's like a
and
day late,
Yeah,
right?
some
And
of the
they're like,
stuff
oh, we gotta throw it
some of
away.
the stuff is pretty questionable. Like, it depends. Like, if it was fresh stuff, the fresher it was, the more questionable it was by the best by date. But you
So you
eat.
strengthen the GI tract.
Yeah, you eat what you
Get
eat.
the microbiome
That's right.
ripped.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've always had the ability to relate with the less fortunate, because like I was that far. I was that far away. And then also with psych patients, we have psych patients that come in, and I'll sit with them. I'll sit and talk with them for hours, sometimes if I have the time and the ability to, and let them know that no matter what you're going through, you know, the minute I was 18, so the charges were they were serious at the time when I was a kid, but it was all emancipated, like, as soon as I was 18, so it wasn't like anything that followed me for the rest of my life. The guilt, like the head trip did. But like, I tell them, you can come away and be amazing. You can do whatever you want, whatever you set your mind and your goal to. Just because today you're sitting in this bed, and whatever you're going through and however hard it is, like, if you want love in your heart, open it up, let it in. And like, there are people, I'm here. If you ever need to come back, my name is Brian. I work Sunday, Mondays, Tuesdays. This is my schedule. Come back. I will give you a sandwich if you need it. I will give you somebody to talk to, and I will call somebody that can give you resources. I do that still to this day. Like, just find whatever light source is out there and hold on to it, because
It gets better.
it does.
It gets better.
And,
Absolutely.
And like, there's some people that conquer and learn how to live with it, and then there's some people that have it far in their rearview mirror and live their best life, and then there's people that put on the face and could be the life of the party, and on a daily basis still struggle. But the whole thing is just know that you're loved, and like, I know that I'm loved. I know that you guys love me, and I love you, and I love all you. And that's what I try to do now is open up my heart as much as I can, and keep my energy as positive as I can, because when I don't, it gets dark. But when you do, it's good, and you could help so many more people.
Maybe you're still driving, bro. Maybe it's just not in your rearview mirror yet.
Oh, no, it's not in my rearview. It's in the car with me.
So I'm saying maybe you'll end up back there in a little bit.
I hope not.
You're still driving.
I hope I don't end up back there. I hope I kick it out of the car.
I want you to kick it out of the car.
That's what I'm saying. It's like maybe you're still driving to get it in your rearview mirror. It's just not back there yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's not. This isn't forever for you.
I agree. I hope not, but
I know not.
I'm not currently struggling, so this is not a call for help. But we all struggle, and life's an adventure. And I always said, death is the last great adventure. But in reality, my favorite quote is, you can't take life too seriously because you'll never get out of it alive. And I say that often. So the more you take yourself too serious, the more you take the things around you too serious, and the more you can't find the brownie bites, and the more you focus on the negative, you're going to get out of it. You're not going to get out of it alive. You're going to have a very rough life.
And
So,
you just lose out on so much beauty.
yeah.
Just let go of all the drama and the sucky parts and just focus on love, connecting with people, having a good time, because you can choose that. You can literally choose that every day in your life. And it makes life so much better and so much more fun. So
Yeah, I 100% agree. So does
Absolutely.
the light again.
What's
Yes.
it saying?
I don't know.
It's agreeing.
No, it's Morse code.
It's Morse code.
hey, are
Double
you
A,
guys?
what's it say?
Yeah.
Can you?
Jeez Louise, it's going crazy this time.
Can you put more logs on? I'm freezing.
Yeah. Thank you guys for discussing some really hard topics and hard stuff, and
Yeah.
thank you for listening.
Ditto.
And anybody out there that watch this and can relate in any form or fashion, find somebody to talk to about it, even if it's decades old.
Yeah.
And just look in the mirror and say, I love you. Do it once a day. Do it every time you look in the mirror. It's corny. It's
But
true,
it
though.
feels so good.
Can I? Actually, I want to do something random. I think.
Yeah, let's do it.
What's one small, easy tool that you guys have each used in your life to better yourself from something that you've struggled with? For me,
Like a machete?
the gratitude list,
Mm-hmm.
huh?
Like a machete?
hatchet.
Like that kind of tool?
No.
Hatchet.
Oh, okay.
No, what's one thing that you've done in your life that was like that didn't really take a lot of effort physically or anything, but it was like a habit that you could start that really changed something for you?
Working out.
Working out?
100%.
Okay.
Every day that I'm working out, I have 2 mirrors in my gym, and I have a battle, and I fight with that person in the mirror. And sometimes my workouts, they suffer just a little bit, and sometimes my workouts are 20% better depending on the battle I'm having. Every day I have a battle with that person in the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
It's a conversation. It's a conversation that I have, and it's a breakdown or it's a build up, but it's a tool and it works.
I think for me, it's just been like stopping. Like when you start to go down that negative path, just recognizing it and stopping and being like, no, I'm going to choose this road. And sometimes in the moment, it's hard. Sometimes you fail and you don't get on the positive road. But
Can you give an example?
yeah, like if you make a mistake and you're like, I am such a freaking idiot. Like, I can't believe I did that. And you're like, whoa, wait, stop. I'm human. It's okay. Everyone's okay. I'm okay in this moment. I'm okay in this moment. And do you know what? I love you anyway. It just stops that, it like completely switches your brain, and scientifically it like creates new pathways in your brain, and then it gets easier and easier and easier to go down that path. And so I think that one's been really helpful.
That's the
for me.
limbic system.
Yep.
That's what brownie bites are created off of.
Yes.
Yeah, positive feedback loop. One
Yep.
of the few in the human body. It's pretty cool. I think for me, I have 2, and they're both revolving around gratitude. I think gratitude is what changed my life. Like realistically, like that's what really got me through. And the first thing that I really did when I was younger was, like, this sounds cheesy, but like prayer.
Mm-hmm.
And I would pray 5 times a day, every day, and they weren't crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I just remember when I really like felt down, it was actually scheduled times when I woke up, when I had before every meal, and then when I went to bed. And it was basically a gratitude list of, I would try to just pick like one. I would always have a list of things that I'm like, man, thank you for this food. Like, some people don't have this.
Yeah.
Like, this is amazing. I get to have this. I have water right now. That's amazing. And then I would think of something throughout that time that had passed, just one thing, if not more, that I was grateful for.
Yeah.
And it forced me to always find gratitude. And then at the end of the day, I'd actually write 3 things down.
Yeah.
So those combined really changed my life, because it's just like what you said. It changes what you're actually giving energy to.
Yeah, like
and that
focusing
becomes
on-
who you are.
Mhm.
You know?
I've noticed that I like even throughout the day just am thankful. Like I'll say, thanks God, thanks God, thanks for this God, thanks for that God. And it's like the simplest things like, oh dang, I can't find my pen. Oh, there's a pen right there. Thanks
You know,
God.
something
Like
that I like
something
to-
so simple.
When I was younger too, I remember I would like question like, oh, what if God isn't real? And like, or like, what if he's a different person? Because you know people who are different religions. My mom was like, you can even start a prayer with like, dear God, you know, whoever you may be, explain a bunch of names. Like,
Yeah.
she's like, as long as you're praying to somebody out there, like, it'll work out. And that really like,
It's
I
getting to
think
the-
gave me comfort when I was younger,
Yeah.
because it made me feel like someone's listening.
Yeah.
And I may not know everything, but I know that he's listening.
Yep.
Yeah, the worst case, man, I was just saying gratitude things.
Yeah.
And that's like proven to just help you.
Even if
know?
you don't believe in any of that, just the energy that you're giving out. Yep.
So that brings me right to my pip talk. That's actually perfect. So I really believe that what we like. You guys have heard of synergy before? Like 1 + 1 = 3.
Yep. Right. So this thing on its own is its own, and then this thing on its own is its own. But then if you put them together, they're not just like
It's not just
It's
this
not
thing,
just
this thing. It's
two, it's
actually
like-
more.
more. Yeah.
And a lot of that in my mind comes back to like what we think and what we feel. That's like 1 + 1. And I think that turns into 3 in the world. Prime example for me, one of my biggest pet peeves, and this might call a lot of people out, and I'm sorry if it does. When you ask someone how their day is, and they're like, just another day in paradise, or, oh gosh, it's been such a bad, like, dude, that right there is like defeat to me, and it like makes my skin crawl.
I'm so guilty of that.
I do it every day to you.
I
So
know, and I'm
guilty.
whoever that calls out, I'm not trying, I'm not judging. You do what you got to do. Man, in bad times in my life, I made an active choice, and this is how my life has been. This is how I've gotten where I am today. You are choosing what's going on. As soon as you admit it's a bad day, it's not denying that there's not bad days. It's that you're admitting it and you're falling victim to it. And you're saying it out loud.
Mm-hmm.
So you've gone from this tiny thought, you may have thought, man, this is a rough day. And then you thought, man, I don't feel great. And then someone asks you and you tell them it's a bad day. Now they feel bad.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're thinking, oh, what am I walking into? Oh, what am I, And then you see how that's such a vicious cycle?
Yeah.
Whereas if some point you change your thought process to, it's a bad day, but man, find something. When I used to have terrible days at work, I'd be like, I would look at my step count and I'm like, my legs are exhausted. And
Yeah.
I ran, like I would walk like 15,000, 20,000 steps, 11 miles in a day. I remember I clocked one time. I'm like, I walked a half marathon today in a 12-hour, like that's crazy.
That's insane.
My legs were tired and I would literally think, oh, and I could have said, what a horrible day. I'm glad to go home. What I said was, that was a busy day. I got a lot of steps in. That's good. That's a good workout. Seriously.
Wouldn't you love to have Wyatt's brain? Gosh, you're
That's what I would,
amazing.
but this is my point is like, I'm not preaching it. This is just what I did.
Yeah.
And I noticed a change in my life. And I have not,
It's like angel sprinkles.
I love that.
I can't remember the last time that I seriously told someone I had a bad day.
Yeah.
Wow,
no,
that's amazing.
You can use the word busy. You can use the word difficult or challenging. No day's a bad day. And man,
No
every
day
day's a
above
great
ground.
day. It's just up to you to figure out why.
Oh, I love pep talks. They're so good.
Seriously, and that was actually not even gonna be my pep talk. That was a total random side tangent. I have another one that I was actually gonna talk about. But I really think in my brain, every day is a great day. It's up to you to figure out why.
I love that.
And I'm not denying the fact that there aren't challenging days out there. I don't think I really don't think bad days. I think we give energy to bad days. I think we
It's
allow bad days to
perspective.
happen.
Bad days do
Perspective.
exist.
I think
But-
challenging days exist.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Perspective. Perspective.
I honestly, truly like you put me in a lie detector right now.
I agree. Hey, I agree that you believe that.
You believe what I believe 100%?
I believe that you believe what you believe.
But I can't remember the last time I told someone I had a bad day. You know what I always say to people? Hey, how you doing? "Oh, it's good. It's a beautiful day. It's raining outside." I'm like, rain's beautiful. I love rain. Like, we need that.
How weird would it be for me to show up to work and like truly adopt this way of life?
It would be wrong.
People would lose their mind if I adopted the way of Wyatt, and I just showed up.
5150.
Yeah, like either they would blow dart Halidol.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Like,
Keep your distance. Don't get too close.
yeah, like I love that you are that person, and I wish I could be that person. The day I show up to work that way, the tumor got so big it's pushing on everything in my brain.
Okay, I'm gonna save my other pip talk for another time, but I got I got 2 challenges then for people.
Okay.
Number 1, change your perspective on how the day is.
Yeah.
You don't always have to believe it, okay? But as soon as you give up and you say that, you're done. You're not coming back.
And what's the harm in trying?
What's the harm in trying?
Yeah, just try. Just try to do it.
I'm
See
gonna
what
lay it on
happens.
thick. I'm gonna be Wyatt. Anybody and everybody that knows me, watch it happen.
Can't wait.
Man, it's subtle changes. You know who else? I don't know if I can say his name, but there's someone else at work. I have never heard him say, "How are you doing?" Bad. And I talked to him about it, and I was like,
Boots? Is it boots?
no,
Oh.
jiu-jitsu.
Ah.
Really?
What does he always say? "I'm doing well, thank you."
You're
Every
right.
single time.
You're right.
And I caught him saying, and I asked him, I said, "Hey, I noticed something." And he even uses positive, like perfect
Affirmation.
English. He says, "I'm doing well." He doesn't say I'm doing good, I'm doing fine. No, I'm doing well. Have you noticed?
Yeah.
Pay attention now.
Yeah. No,
Listen to
now
him.
that you say it, I'm like, yeah, he does say that all the time.
And I asked him about it, and he actually directed me to the word synergy. 1 + 1 = 3. He went back to his buds training. Someone left in his locker positive affirmation words for Hell Week.
He'll be on here someday.
Absolutely. And I love the way he thinks about that. And I it was almost like you know that meme where he's like pointing at the TV like he knows it's him. You know what I'm talking about? Like Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh,
No.
you guys are too old, man.
We're
I
both
just said
like,
meme,
what?
didn't I? Wow. People out there who know, it's like he's pointing at the TV because he's a movie actor and he knows it's him on the TV. And it's like, that's exactly what I think. And he's like, so I heard him, I just noticed him saying that. And I was like, hey, I just have a question. How come you've been saying that? He's like, oh, this is what I believe. And I was like,
That's
dude.
so cool.
Talk about father figures.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
Always, I'm telling you.
Not to date you or anything, but
Hey.
you're an older brother to me.
Anyone who believes something is taken away from them and is not there, God provides everything that's there for you. It may just not be exactly how you want to see it. And that's the truth. I believe that wholeheartedly. My other challenge, that's a side topic. So when people ask you how your day is, you tell them it's good. The other challenge is don't use the word hate.
My dad used to tell me that, and I never could understand why.
Okay, here's my
But,
reasoning. If you say the word hate, you stop yourself and say the word dislike. When you focus on the word hate, you realize how many times per day you say it. It's the opposite of a brownie bite. And you'll stop using it because you're like, it like ruins your conversation. And you're like, I hate when that, I dislike when that happens. And then you think, why am I disliking this? And then it kind of ruins it. It's like the opposite of a brownie bite. I don't say the word hate. I don't.
Now
If
that
I do-
you bring it up, I'm going to have to
Not
tally
even,
up.
I don't really joke about it.
It's a Brussels sprout bite.
Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts can be
They're good.
really good, man.
A little funky in your
Yes.
mouth, though.
Gosh, I love
No,
Brussels
they're
sprouts,
not. They're
actually.
so good.
They're so good.
Yes.
But those are my 2 challenges. And I'm telling you, they're habits they don't take any extra effort other than you being aware.
Yeah. I love
Try it out.
Okay.
Let me know what you think.
You gonna tell me you're gonna have a Brussels sprout over a brownie, though?
It depends on my mood.
It depends, man.
Probably right now.
Can I tell you something
Brussels
serious?
sprout. For sure.
Can I tell you guys
I
something?
know.
By a fire?
Can I confess? I don't actually love brownies.
What?
I don't. I like brownies. They're
I'd
good.
rather have cake and ice cream.
No.
Yeah.
I actually, I don't know. I like kind of like fruit flavored desserts, but brownie, I don't know. Brownie
Like
bites.
pie?
I'll take a brownie bite any day of the week.
You'd have pie.
I like
Oh,
brookies.
pie, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Brookies.
What's that?
Brownie cookies.
I've never had
Like
that.
a blondie?
No.
Oh, the brownie in cookie form. Those are
No. Brownie cookie. It's
A brownie in cookie form.
no. It is a brownie that has cookie dough slammed on it and then baked, and it's 2-in-1. It's a brookie.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Those are actually really good.
I've never had that.
And if you could do it right, the top gets crispy, and I mean like Dutch Crunch crispy.
Where do you get them at?
Brookie Bites?
Soon. You guys will have them soon.
Yes.
I'll make sure.
Bites.
The Brookie Bites.
I know exactly what you're planning right now. I just went in your brain.
It's a dark place.
I feel it.
You might need to get cleansed after that.
Get me out. I'm just kidding. All right.
Brian's BS.
Yeah. So last time we were talking about, the question was, if you had one person you were going to say sorries to, who would it be and why? I'll start, and this is going to be very generic, but it's honest and it's on topic. Myself. I apologize to myself, and I'm going to do it right now, and it's going to be really personal. And yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for not seeing everything, the potential that I have, and every day not being the best person I could be, and hiding behind masks when things hurt instead of trying to talk about it. And yeah, I'm sorry for putting myself down all the time and trying to be something that I'm not. I really need to work on being me. So that's, yeah, sorry.
I think I've struggled the most with the guilt of not saying something sooner about my abuse. Like, I just don't understand why I never said anything until I, finally did. But it's just, why did it take so long? And so much could have changed in that time if I had just said something. I feel like there's multiple people that I would want to apologize to, but I feel like maybe the most would be my mom, and my siblings, I think too. Like, I think they would have gone through a lot less if I had just stood up and said something a lot sooner than I had. I don't know if it would have changed much with my mom, but I think it would have saved her quite a few years on her life, and she could have moved on. And yeah, so I think I would apologize to her for just not being able to do that and not being able to, like, just come out and say it. What about you, Wyatt?
We're getting real back serious here. I'm in the same boat. Dang. If I could apologize to one person for something I did, it would be my dad. And I would go back and say, man, I'm sorry for being so angry. Because when you start to get older, man, you when you're young, you think your parents are superheroes and that they're untouchable and that everything they do is, like, the way. You get older and you realize, dang, they're just a person too.
Yeah.
And he's just trying to figure out life just like we all are. And he just didn't do it in the right way, I don't think. And it got me to where I am, and it's made me who I am. I'm actually grateful for it, Does it suck that this is dumb. I used to look up at the moon, and I can literally, I caught my eye, and I would wonder if he was looking at the moon and, like, thinking about me.
Aww.
Yeah. And it was just, so much anger. I would get out of my car and just scream at the top of my lungs until, like, I didn't have a voice, just out of, like, frustration.
Yeah.
And just in the middle of nowhere, I'd drive in the middle of nowhere and I'd, like, my voice would be, like, gone. I'd, like, say I was sick or something, And I was so angry, and I'm like, if I could go back and apologize and be like, you don't even know how angry, you're just trying to figure it out, and if you knew that you did this to me, I know you would, like, regret everything.
Yeah.
And you didn't mean to. it's okay. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry I was mad.
What's this?
I
This.
have one more. I know it was supposed to be one, but it's actually not one more. It's a lot of people. And if you're watching this, or if it never falls on your ears, anybody I've hurt along the way because I was hurt, or things that I did because I was lost, or
Yeah. I want to jump on that bandwagon.
anyone that through my life I betrayed or hurt, I just hurt. I'm truly sorry. I hope there's forgiveness in your heart, and if there's not, I hope someday there's redemption for both of us. So, I'm sorry. So, yeah, let's end on a
Higher note.
Perfect
better-
segue.
a better Brian's BS. If we're gonna end on a happy note, I really wanted to take it. So, if the end of the world were to happen right now,
Wait.
So bright.
it's so
I
bright.
know. I thought this was going to be a higher note.
I know, this is a higher note.
This is a higher note for Brian.
This is where my
He
mind
loves
goes
this.
all the time.
He loves this.
It was the end of the world right now, and you were going to grab just a couple of things. What would you grab and where would you go?
How many's a couple?
5 or less.
Okay.
You can have a designated go bag, but if you really want to get in detail and have a 45-minute conversation about go bags next week, we could do that too. But
That'd be a fun one.
that would be a good
That
one.
would. Yeah.
I'll pull mine out of the truck right now. But yeah, what would you grab? Where would you go? Who would you go for? Because that's the most important thing. Is I know I'm sitting around people that I love right now. There's a direction I'd be walking though, and as much as it would be hard for me to turn my back on the 4 of you or the 3 of you, there's a direction we all would have to go in our own,
Yeah.
and that's a scary part. So I want you to think about it. Where would you go and what would you do?
Okay.
What a heavy way to end it, man.
That's the fun stuff, bro. Thank you for tuning in this week. We love you, and thank you for joining us down the rabbit hole. Sorry that this one was a dark, deep hole, but
Hey, don't apologize.
it needed to be explored.
Yeah.
Don't apologize.
I agree. Don't apologize.
We didn't do anything.
I already did that. You're
Yeah.
welcome. And thank you. Love you guys.
Bye.
You're loved. We love you. Shout out moms.
Shout out, Mom.